So, yesterday, Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey broke a long-standing record. Actually, this racist manure pile, Strom Thurmond's 1957 record for the longest filibuster of 24 hours and 18 minutes, is now the second longest filibuster, second to the black man from New Jersey.
I rise with the intention of disrupting the normal business of the United States Senate for as long as I am physically able. You don't need more tax cuts. And we as a society have an obligation to each other, to those farmers, to those rural folks, to the cops I stood with at the funeral of one of their colleagues in Newark 2 weeks ago. It's not right or left, it's right or wrong. It's not a partisan moment, it's an American moment. It's a moral moment.
So, in solidarity with him at least doing something, saying something, I bring this to all of us. We need everyone to take an action right now. Today, not later. Now. These abductions occurring on American streets have got to stop. This isn't about politics. This is about the people who are being illegally disappeared from our cities and towns, colleges and universities, workplaces and churches. We need every single American to raise your voice, pick up the phone and make a call. Call your elected officials and let them know you don't approve of abducting people and sending them to be imprisoned without access to representation and then removed to unknown and unnamed locations for an unknown length of time. Like if that's not the bare minimum that we can say as human beings, freedom-loving human beings, if that's not the time when our eyes can be opened, then when? On March 31st, the same day this filibuster started, Nick Miroff, writing for The Atlantic, shines a light on the one story that cannot be ignored.
The Trump administration acknowledged in a court filing Monday that it had grabbed a Maryland father with protected legal status and mistakenly deported him to El Salvador, but said that U.S. courts lack jurisdiction to order his return from the mega prison where he's now locked up. They claim that the court is powerless to order any relief. Abrego Garcia, who is married to a U.S. citizen and has a 5-year-old disabled child who is also a U.S. citizen, has no criminal record in the United States, according to his attorney. The Trump administration does not claim he has a criminal record, but called him a danger to the community. Abrego Garcia was not charged with a crime.
The ICE agents were aware of this man, this father, and his husband's status. He was here in the U.S. completely legally, but they took him away anyway. And the courts are throwing their hands up and echoing the leader of El Salvador saying, oopsie, oopsie. I wish it were funny, but here's the scary part. And yes, you're just now getting to the scary part, you two. The scary part is when this happens, when someone gets abducted and thrown away to El Salvador, and the news picks it up and says, what is happening here? This is the response from your state.
Clerical error. It was an administrative error. The administration maintains the position that this individual who was deported to El Salvador and will not be returning to our country was a member of the brutal and vicious MS-13 gang.
They haven't demonstrated any evidence of that.
Number one. Fact number two, we also have credible intelligence proving that this individual was involved in human trafficking.
That has never been alleged anywhere.
In fact number three, this individual was a member, actually a leader of the brutal MS-13 gang, which this president has designated.
There is absolutely no evidence of this.
Is it clear enough yet, YouTube? This person has a protected status, known to ICE, and he was taken and enslaved anyway. And the state just says, oh, you know what? Remember when we admitted that he wasn't a gang member, but the loving father of an autistic child? Yeah. Well, actually, he is a gang member, but not only a secret, never seen before gang member, but he's also a human trafficker too. Oh, you don't believe me? Well, actually, he's not just a secret gang member and a full-on human trafficker, probably murderer. He's the secret leader of the entire fucking MS-13 criminal empire. And you know what else? His autistic son is actually a robot that can transform into a rocket launcher that fires nuclear warheads on your backyard. Now what? For those in your lives that only act on their own self-interest, if the state just decides to call you a gang member rather than face an apology after picking you up on a mistaken identity, what's your recourse? He had no chance to say, whoa, a mistake has been made. Let me talk to my lawyer. Nada. Instead, he's taken from Maryland, sent to Texas, put in chains, and then enslaved in El Salvador. Bada bing, bada fucking boom. Then, this fleshy bag full to the brim of human excrement, Caroline Levitt, the press secretary, went in front of the concerned press and spun a tale that could have come straight out of Grimm's fairy stories. She lied. The only record he has is of an unpaid traffic violation. The motor vehicle kind, not human, by the way. And that's not enough to wake you up. Even when the facts are obvious, when the truth is known and they've already admitted they were wrong, they still send the fleshy bag of human excrement on stage to say, no, actually, he's leader of a gang. How about them apples? If it's still not enough, how about this?
Here tonight, we are learning why a Columbia University student fled the country after ICE agents came to her door last week.
And immigration agents visited her without a warrant.
That I would be detained indefinitely. That was really my greatest fear.
Or this.
ICE agents. Now, Tacos and Ganas posted this security video on their social media. 4 undercover men entered a Tacos and Ganas truck at 1050 North Germantown Parkway just after 9:30. 3 Tacos and Ganas employees were working inside the truck. Moments later, the federal agents came inside, took their phones, and forced the employees to leave the truck. Now, according to Tacos and Ganas, they did not leave behind any identifying information or paperwork.
Tell me, you two, when was the last time you felt safe when federal agents wear face masks and hoodies to hide their identities and kidnap people without ever showing a badge? Are you feeling a lot safer now, MAGA? You two, how about this? Showing up to obey the law can get you arrested and sent to El Salvador. A group of people in Delray Beach, Florida were reportedly tricked into seeing an immigration officer at a local supervision office at the end of January, only to be detained and taken away by immigration law enforcement. Who's next? That's the point of all that stuff you just saw. Who's next? Who needs to be enslaved, sent to concentration camps, or just disappeared off the street for you to take action? Will you show up to the protest when they come for your neighbor because they posted a meme on social media? Maybe when your teenage son doesn't come home from baseball practice because he rolled his eyes in the direction of an undercover ICE agent. Will that get your attention, or can you see it now? Many of you out there do, I know. I'm talking to the ones that just needed a little help. The ones who just say what Cory Booker did means nothing. Maybe so. What are you going to do about it? Something is all that's required.
And now it's time for the throw punch!